Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point. Oh my goodness!
He's a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Just posterized by Scott.
Two teams headed in opposite directions mid-year at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City in a battle in which could have major implications in the South Division. The Imus Brotherhood certainly has had their struggles as of late, but Mark Doligon remains a solid force for the Brotherhood. Kalaban niya si Alex Cabagnot, averaging 15.3 points per contest in their last 3 games, all resulting to wins para dito sa Basilan Star Horse. Yan po ang ating pangalawang laro. Imus Brotherhood kalaban ang Basilan Star Horse. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Panglinan with Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, Imus dahil sa panalo ng Davao Occidental, mas mahihirapan sila no, if they want to catch up with the teams in the play-in. Samantala, itong Basilan, because of the loss of Binyan, we mentioned earlier, may pagkakataon sila na makaabante and get to the playoffs outright.
Oo, kasi bumaba yung sitwasyon para dito sa Binyan. Halos nagdidikit na sila nito ng Basilan. So it's a good opportunity, you know, for Basilan to go up higher into that top 80 seed of the team. Samantalang ito namang Imus, again, sinusubukan mo lang humabol sa at least sa top 10.
You're watching us live on the official MPBL YouTube channel and also live right now on Solar Sports and on PusoP.com. Let's bring in our courtside reporter, Miss Andrea Indicio. Andrea, sobrang curious ako ngayon sa Basilan, no? Because they've been winning their last 3 games. And what's the mood heading into this matchup?
Yes, Ken, the Basilan Star Horse may have won their previous game pero may importanteng takeaway itong si Coach Rich Alvarez mula sa game na yon. It's the fact that teams will always try to challenge their defense at nasa sa kanila daw how quickly they can respond to these challenges. At sabi niya nga, for me, props to the players for responding well and quick noong game na yon. But if they wanna be longer at stay longer this season, kailangan daw nilang mag-work pa when it comes to being sharper and more responsive in every match. More of this later on, but for now, balik muna sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And the mission remains the same for Basilan, Coach Mike, which is for them to still build their chemistry as they try to make a push towards the postseason. But they are in good shape right now because we see here Mindoro just ahead by half a game at number 6, while Imus half a game behind. Davao Occidental, Cebu, and Muntinlupa each have 10 wins.
Yeah, let's start off with the Basilan first. Yung 13 wins na yan, tatlong team, Mindoro, Binyan, and Basilan. Pero pag tinitingnan mo yung remaining games nila, mas favorable para dito sa Basilan in my opinion. Because I think the only one team that's going to be tough for them to beat would be Zamboanga, and everyone else was pretty much manageable considering para dito sa Basilan. Samantalang ito namang para sa Imus, again, you gotta get past Davao and the other teams so that you at least try and get into the play-in and give yourselves a chance to be in the playoffs and make a deep run, hopefully.
Nakita natin, very tight yung
Yes.
9 and 10 spots. The race for those spots in the South Division, and that's why a guy like Mark Doligon is certainly what the doctor ordered para dito sa Imus Brotherhood dahil nga wala pa rin si JJ Caspe for more than 2 months, almost 3 months already, Coach Mike. But Mark Doligon, despite fouling out in this game, churned out another superb outing para dito sa Imus.
And they needed that strong performance from Mark Doligon because, you know, the 3rd defeat in the last 4 games, leading the team in the offense in that very painful overtime loss against Pasig. 25 points, 13 in the 4th quarter, shot 37% from the field. Medyo mababa yan, pero ang magugustuhan mo dito, 25 points and 8 rebounds. Napakalaking contribution na yan para dito kay Mark Doligon. And I'm sure they will continue to look to Mark alongside the other guys para dito sa Imus to make a good run heading into the playoffs.
And they need a victory tonight going up against the Basilan Star Horse led by their all-star, Alex Cabagnot. And he has been really shooting very efficiently from the field in their last 3 games. And we see here, actually, masama yung naging simula niya dito against Ilagan Isabela. Only had 4 points in the first half, but really, when it mattered the most, had that reverse layup late in regulation, enabling Basilan to hold off itong Cowboys.
Ano yung madalas na sinasabi yun? Another day, another game. Well, it's another game and another brilliant performance for Alex Cabagnot. What another strong second half. Talagang pinipace niya yung sarili niya, and it was a performance that really earned the veteran guard the best player of the game honors. 15 points in the second half out of the 19 that he created. 53% of his shots going in, and the 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Kind of like pretty much the Alex Cabagnot that na gustong makita para dito sa Basilan.
But you like for Basilan that others continue to step up, no? Because Alex Cabagnot has logged in the most minutes so far para dito sa Star Horse. But guys like Eman Calo, Raymar Kaduyak, particularly Eman Calo, no, had 18 points, while si Kaduyak, alam naman natin, Coach Mike, na naging mahirap din yung kanyang transition dahil matagal siyang nawala into basketball. But both these guys rounding out to form para dito sa Basilan.
Well, both very welcome developments para dito sa Basilan. Eman Calo, 18 points, sure. But you look at the percentage, that's a 42% shooting. Pretty much better than how he's usually performed. And yung near double-double niya na 7 rebounds, napakalaking tulong rin yan. And Raymar Kaduyak, what more can you say? 11 points and a 5 of 7 shooting. Really understanding where to pick his shots and to understand where he can contribute para dito sa Basilan team.
Alright, it's Imus versus Basilan in our second game. Punta na natin si Richard Tampos for our starting lineups.
Point guard number 13, Yusei Koga. Playing center number 14, Ray Acuno. Forward number 17, Kint Ariar. Two guard number 21, JB De La Cruz. And at forward number 24, Mark Doligon. Imus Grumpy Joe is led by DJ Marquez, assisted by Abelard Macarayan and Mike Orquillas. Team consultant RJ Rizada, the team owner Ruby Navarro. And here's for Basilan, Star Horse. Two guard number 23, Mike Alvarez. Playing center number 1, James Tempra. At guard number 3, Raymar Kaduyak. Starting at forward number 4, Omar Larupay. The other forward number 19, the poker, Eman Calo. The head coach, Rich Alvarez. Assistant coaches, Carmelo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Chelito Caro, Arnel Siab, and Dan Rose. Team manager, Bernard Young.
Starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet. Imus starts off with Jose Koga, JB De La Cruz, Ray Acuno, Kit Ariar, and Mark Doligon. Basilan naman, Raymar Kaduyak, Michael Alvarez, James Tempra, Eman Calo, and Omar Larupay. Our crew chief for today in this game is Zen Mananzala. We have Seb Pingol there. Alfred Maronilla. You see the basket. Omar Larupay, who has been out of the rotation for Basilan, getting an opportunity here, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and while doing that, retaining some of the regular starters para sa kanila, namely itong si Kaduyak, Dagangon, and even Eman Calo. Eman Calo is 16 start in all of the 25 games that he's played. Samantalang para naman dito sa Imus Brotherhood, Acuno has got the most starts at 24 of the 20, started all of the games, and Kin Ariar has 21 of the 25 that he's played. So, keeping pieces, very important sa starters for both these teams.
De La Cruz with a jump shot, picking up from where he left off in their last game. Tabla tayo 2-all. Eman Calo, Kaduyak to Michael Alvarez, also earning a start. Left that one short. Ball will swing back to Imus.
I love the activity of the guys here on the floor. I'm sorry, it's not Gab Dagangon who started. Parang si Sila Rupay pala is taking his place. And so far, Eman Calo, open floor.
Alvarez gets it out to Kaduyak. James Tempra swings it to Eman Calo. Calo inside. Hirap nun, ha? Picking off that pass intended to Larupay, then had to adjust midway. Got off the shot and in.
And Eman Calo pretty much, ganda rin ang 3-point shooting niya in that game. He was 3 out of 7 for a 42% clip. And you like that patuloy na nagiging aggressive offensively and not also being active on the defensive end of the floor. How many times you see Ray Acuno made a shot from the outside?
Pabanda pa.
Oo.
5-4 Imus with the lead. Eman Calo attacks. And he will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Ano kagandahan dito sa team ng Basilan as we saw that drive earlier and that basket made by Eman Calo. They're really one of the top teams, second matter of fact, pagdating sa assist at 25.7, and really just credit to the ball rotation and the way that they run their offense.
One of his best seasons here in the MPBL. Shooting 87.3% from the line. Last year, played here for Nueva Ecija. To si Eman Calo.
Yes. He has actually the most games that's played for Basilan, the most starts. He's second in minutes and in points, and third when it comes to assists. And ganun kahalaga itong si Eman Calo para dito sa Basilan.
Deadlocked at 5 apiece. Third time we're tied here in this ball game. Sa poste, Mark Doligon fading away. Left it short. Eman Calo now in transition. Off the glass and in. Eman Calo with 5 early points.
Understanding cross matches right there. Kid Ariar, you don't understand half court set, kaya makipagsabayan, but it's really just the foot speed of Eman Calo leaking out in every opportunity for Basilan.
Kid Ariar. Now it's Acuno. Face up jumper. Ray Acuno also has 5.
So far, ini-exploit lang ni Ray Acuno yung matchup situation. Cross matches happened in the sets. And so with Larupay taking on Acuno, you gotta use that to your advantage. Kung meron ka rin naman range at nabantay mo yung sa Larupay, so much smaller than why not take it?
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker every day. Karaoke.
I've always believed na every time you have a guy that's guarding, as you see a jumper made right there by Kaduya, if you open up your hip, then you're practically allowing that offensive player to take the lane right in front of you. And so you cannot afford to just open up your hip. You gotta stay close to him and not allow him to get to that spot that he wants to go to.
JV De La Cruz. The pass to Acuno. Posting up Omar Larupay has the height advantage. Acuno will force it up. And Larupay will be charged with that foul.
Gusto ko tong ginagawa nitong Imus right now. At the end of the day, basketball is about a hunt game. And you hunt where you have advantages. That time, they had advantages with Ray, but this time, ganda ng pagkaka-finish dun sa shot na yon ni Kaduya.
Acuno making the first free throw. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Acuno, sablay yung kanyang pangalawa. Kaduyak getting some floor time here for Basilan. Now it's with Omar Larupay. Gives it up to Michael Alvarez, who will pull up off the glass and in.
Mabait ang mga boarding ngayong araw na to. Nakakadalawa na yan, kabilaan. Medyo may girian ng konti between JV De La Cruz and Alvarez. Alvarez was the one who hit that shot earlier, right?
Yeah. Alvarez whistled for that foul.
And JV's, you gotta watch it. He's too valuable a piece to be involved in, situations like this. Gotta keep his cool.
Lalo wala si JJ Caspe.
Correct.
Ayar Mintis. Now it's with Raymar Kaduyak. Entry pass intended to James Tempra. It was broken up by the defense of the Brotherhood. Okay ba sa'yo yun? Brotherhood.
Oh. Ano daw parang there was a story why ganun yung ng Brotherhood. Parang yung grupo yata yan sa Cavite ba? Parang ganun
Okay.
That's why that name.
Kasi nung kasama ko si Coach Christian last Saturday, napagsabihan ako with conviction.
Brotherhood.
Oo, kagaya na lang nitong inside incursion ni James Tempra, who gets the basket and a bonus free throw coming up.
At agree ako doon. Dapat talaga sabihin mo mga ganyan with conviction. Just like this moment right here. Just, little pickup of that finish with the left hand right through traffic by Tempra. Because when you say things with a lot of conviction, it means, tinataya mo yan with everything that you believe in, that what you're saying is true.
14-8 start for the Basilan Star Horse as we approach the halfway point of the first quarter. We'll pause for a break. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Magandang gabi po mga kaliga. We're still here in Palayan City kung saan natalo yung Imus in overtime against Pasig City in a controversial fashion, Coach Mike, because the game winner by Felix Corpus mukhang malayo yung tinahak from Palayan City to Cabanatuan, but nonetheless, Imus, that was a painful loss because they desperately needed a win in that ball game, and they have tough times ahead of them as we see James Tempra convert on an up and under move.
Totoo ka naman doon. I think, sayang yan kasi ang ganda ng three-point shooting nila. They shot, 35% from three in that game. And they were training for the most part. They had a shot at getting that victory in that game. They took the lead in the final second of overtime, but yung buzzer beater ni Corpus, dashed their hopes. And instead, they absorbed a close loss at the hands of Tropang Pasig. 3 quarters, they tried to manage it pero talagang hindi kinaya. And the tough part is, gumawa ka ng paraan kung paano maipanalo na sana yun
18-8 is the score. 10-point lead for Basilan. So this is now a 9-0 run by the Star Horse. Mark Doligon, ganda nung separation off that bump.
There you go. That pretty much is the move of Mark Doligon. And you love how he actually makes that pirouette on the post, no? Yung p-hit na yon to create that separation. Maganda even the release.
Eman Calo, the catch. Getting past Ray Acuno, but just could not finish at the rim.
Oh, they bit the bullet right there. Empty action with nobody on that corner in that lane completely just for Eman Calo to play on. Lumabas lang talaga yung tira niya. Not enough English. Little triangle action here with Kent Arriar.
Fadeaway jumper by Arriar will not work. Eman Calo with a rebound intercepted by Kent Arriar. Koga to Arriar, swings it to JV De La Cruz. 8-point lead for Basilan. Acuno, short stab, doesn't get the friendly bounce. Larupay swoops in for the board. 4 rebounds already for Omar Larupay.
And you're getting quality minutes from Omar Larupay, in my opinion. And you're a little bit undersized in that spot,
Oh.
pero oh wow.
Larupay was fouled. A free throw coming up for Omar Larupay. Every game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game. 1xBet.
It's that hockey pass, and understanding that you see that pass, you see a teammate that's at least guarded, you got to give it up to him. And good decision there to make that shot attempt. Ganda ng movement na yun para sa Basilan. Kaya hindi ko magugulat. They're second when it comes to assists, like what I mentioned earlier.
Mintes yung unang free throw ni Omar Larupay. Had that 20.18 rebound outing earlier in the season against Bulacan. That was in Mindoro. Itong free throw na ito, atid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Sherwin Concepcion will replace Omar Larupay. Jimboy Pasturan is also in. And Adi Santos.
Ganda ng minuto na kuha nila kay Larupay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The activity and also the rebounds were key to Basilan, increasing their lead now up to 9.
And those 7 minutes were very important in the rotation of Basilan on that spot with Larupay performing really well.
Calo was not a lob intended to Dagangon, but nonetheless they recovered the basketball. Adi Santos lost it. Now it's with JV De La Cruz.
Sherwin really trying to feed off guys that's diving weak side. Kaya lang yun, medyo hindi maganda yung angulo ng pasa niya. Kaya nag-turnover tayo.
Luce Koga. Bounce pass to Kint Ariar. The cut. Backdoor by Rick Kaunan. Now able to score for Imus.
I am liking the sharpness of the movement and the looks of Imus right now. They are playing like to their potential.
Yeah.
Even without JJ Caspe.
Dagangon pulls the trigger. Tatalbog palabas. At hindi nakuha ni Adi Santos yung offensive rebound. Bola babalik sa Imus. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And all that defensive coverage really had to rotate because of the quick decision making of Yusei Koga, that once he got that ball on that left side of the floor, had to give it up to a guy on the nail and then feed it off to the man underneath.
50 seconds remaining. JV Belencion. JP misses. Santos with the rebound.
Humihingi ng traveling si Eman Calo dun sa move ni JP Belencion, pero good yun.
Eman Calo lays it in. In
my.
transition all the way.
Oh my goodness, how can you not like how Eman Calo has performed? I mean, from the last game, he's brought it over here to this match. He's got 7 points on a 3 of 5 shooting. He's just been all over the place para dito sa Basilan Starhawks.
21-12. Time winding down in the first quarter.
Travel.
Took an extra step, Rick Kaunan.
Well, unang-una, hindi ganun kadali na labanan yung depensa ni Adi Santos.
Dire-diretso,
Yeah.
Eman Calo.
Eh, binigay mo yung buong kanan eh. You know, right side of the floor, he pretty much is very comfortable. He went middle, but a little bit towards that inner thirds of the floor where he is very comfortable.
Dagangon, libre si Enzo Navarro, but turned down the shot. And a better pass inside. Adi Santos will head to the line after getting fouled.
You have a set of very unselfish guys in Basilan, in my opinion. Eman Calo, and of course Alex Cabagnot, we know that, and Lorenzo Navarro. Those guys are very good when it comes to finding open teammates. Sama pa dyan si Kaduya, and even Jimboy Pastoran.
Basilan, I feel like, are at their best when they're sharing the basketball and playing with a lot of pace.
Totoo. Kasi I think yun ang pinaka-profile ng team nila eh. They get, again, yung assist, they get a lot of rebounds. Ooh!
At the buzzer, Mark Doligon.
Mark's not done yet. Galing.
That shot will count. Just in the nick of time for Mark Doligon.
So we gotta double check just so we're sure that that pull up, he was defended. And the strides going to that spot before he lifted for that shot, held that follow through until that ball found the bottom of the net.
22-14, Basilan with an 8-point lead at the end of one. Basilan winning this one over Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. This was a game, Coach Mike, where Basilan did not even have a taste of the lead in the first half, but they were able to pull out all the stops, particularly in the payoff period.
Yeah, tsaka that with 3 straight wins, and they continue to rise in the South Division, and na-force lang nga nila na-mention mo kanina, yung tie for the 7th spot with Binyan. Tsaka they managed to really fend off the Cowboys in the 4th quarter. The slow start pero na-overcome nila yon. Lackluster start, na-manage na mapababa yung deficit before outscoring Cowboys in the final period para ma-complete yung victory niyon. And as you look at the stats, really, they did good in the stats that really mattered. Points off turnovers, points in the paint, and second chance opportunities. It really seemed like they were more forceful in that game, especially in that late run when they came back.
Now they lead by 8. So palpal, inabot ni Basibas kay Adi Santos.
Leggy Boy Basibas, in my opinion, is really one of the more efficient forwards para dito sa Imus Brotherhood. And the many times that you've seen him play, as you see another good cut right there, but missed because of the defense. And a turnover again para dito sa Basilan.
Tsadong malakas lang yung pasa. Sana ni Concepcion, intended to Adi Santos.
Well, if you play with a lot of pace, yun ang nangyayari. You get prone to turnovers. Ang mahalaga lang naman dyan, pagka nakadepensa na kayo, hindi mo rin papayagang makakuha ng puntos because of that turnover ang kalaban ninyo.
Basilan hasn't fielded in Alex Cabagnot yet in this game. So it's been the other guys who have been playing lesser minutes given an opportunity by Coach Rich Alvarez.
Ako, apart from giving the opportunity for the other Star Horse players to perform, it's really more of to manage the mileage then of Alex Cabagnot. And showing Concepcion getting into a little held ball situation here with, was that Kaunan ba?
Hindi, Soriano. Pero
Soriano.
foul eh. Foul yung pinito laban kay Sherwin
Ooh.
Concepcion.
I thought that was all ball. We'll see. Got that ball. That was all ball.
Oo nga eh.
That was...
Yeah.
His 2 palms were on the ball.
Belencion creating space.
Oh, my.
And nailing that free.
You knew that was happening, right? You saw that open spot on that 3 and understanding his footwork, talagang pupuntahan niya yun.
Pasturan. Teardrop. Will not go in. Belencion with the basketball. JP. This time on the right side. Almost got it in.
Kagulo malamang kung pumasok yun. Ganda nung
Sean,
shot.
catch and shoot. Ball ends up with Pasturan. Wraparound pass to a wide open Adi Santos underneath.
So I rest my case. Yeah. They just have so many guards that are very unselfish, that can both score and feed. No question about it. this team is, very good when it comes to issuing dimes.
Already 10 assists for Basilan. Rick Kaunan off to the right. That jumper, Basibas, too strong on that baseline J. Pasturan quickly to Gab. Dagangon off the glass. Will not go in as well. 24-17, 7-point advantage for the Star Horse. Belencion crossing over. Will not finish, but he will earn himself 2 free throws.
If you're a fan that loves to watch this game, see this drive right here.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
You beat that corner closeout, you beat that secondary defender, you find an open man in Adi Santos. Pretty much how, really, the profile of the gameplay para dito sa Basilan.
JP Belencion makes his first free throw. I think one of the lights.
Yeah, itong nasa,
Nagdim no?
yeah, right in front of us. I think that one of the lights got turned off. There's a little bit of a flicker dun sa kanina. And they're checking right now because you definitely would want to have good lighting in the gym so that the players can perform in an optimal environment.
Pero tuloy pa rin daw tayo. And for sure, that will be sorted out as we progress with this ball game. Belencion, alam mo yung mga pinagkagawaan yung mga galaw, kahit siguro nakapikit siya, kahit walang ilaw, kaya niyang gawin eh.
Pero kung pina-follow mo siya, kung pina-follow mo doon sa SOCMED, may vlog yan about footwork eh.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Where he loves to show off his footwork, if only to prove that these moves are not a travel.
Oh. Jed Ong whistled for that foul. JV De La Cruz will return. Papalitan muna si JV Belencion. Over 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Pasturan will pull the trigger. Tatalbog palabas. Rebound nakuha ni JV De La Cruz. Nakapasok lang ni JV.
Ganda.
Ganda nga. Na-set up niya doon si Reggie Boy Basibas on the run.
Well, Pastoran refused to get screened by that move by JV, pero ganda rin lang talaga ng vision. Again, two-way guards, scoring assists. Navarro showing us that stuff.
Navarro with the free. Increasing the gap to 6, 27-21.
Yan yung mga tinuturo ni Coach Melo kay Renzo no?
May ganun talaga si Coach Melo no?
Meron
Meron
talaga.
Errol Soriano with a hook shot. Mahari. Bola na agaw ng Imus. De La Cruz
Pull up.
from the free throw line. Agawan sa bola. Nasa ilalim si Basibas. Gets the basket. At may foul pang kasama.
Diyan naman masipag itong Imus. You see those three guys actually staying in the paint until somebody recovers that rebound, which resulted in an offensive rebounding situation for them. Matter of fact, they're the better offensive rebounding between these two. 15 average per game para dito sa Imus, samantalang itong Basilan very close at 13. So that little offensive rebound difference somehow in close games would spell the difference.
Reggie Boy missing the free throw though. Kaguyak returns with Mike Alvarez and James Tempra. Tempra receiving the pass from Navarro. Offensive rebound. Mutata, inabot ni John Mahari.
Ganda ng pagkaka-timing dun sa shot block na yun.
JV airballs the jumper. Would have tied it. Basilan wants to increase their lead again. James Tempra Great challenge by Rick Kaunan, standing his ground.
So pangalawang ano na yan, defensive stop para dito kay Rick Kaunan. Sometimes it's really just enough na itaas mo na yung kamay mo, no? Para pahirapan yung mga tumitira in front. Oh, wow.
Tapla na tayo after that basket by Mark Doligon. Mahari still attacking. And this time was able to draw the foul. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Really smart Doligon coming off the corners, using the curl of the elbow side. And you really got to find him. And with his ability to be able to finish with the left hand, hindi mahirap yung pagkakatapos na yun para kay Mark Doligon.
First free throw good for John Mahari. Also played in their last game against Ilagan Isabela. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Only 2 points but played important minutes in the fourth quarter in that match against the Cowboys.
At saka si John Mahari is most efficient in perimeter scoring. Kaya, you try and set him up below the 3 and within the pin. Nice move! Reggie Boy Basibas.
Lamang na ang Imus, 29-28. Basibas was able to spin away from the defense. Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Up fake. Got that defense committed. And then that spin on the baseline side. Tapos ganda ng English. Ibang klase talaga yung galaw na yun ni Reggie Boy Basibas.
Ba't ba English tawag dun sa pectus, no? At bakit pectus din yung tawag? Minsan napapaisip ka sa mga terminologies natin.
Alam mo, napag-usapan na hindi ko alam kung si Javi or si I forgot who was the anchor that time.
O si Bosedelf o si Migs?
I think si Sidelf. Napag-usapan namin yan. Bakit hindi Tagalog, no? Kung English.
Bakit hindi French? Bakit hindi Spanish?
Bakit nga pa? Huwag na natin alamin. Mag-stick na lang tayo sa paglalaro ng basketball.
4 minutes remaining in the second period. Mark Doligon Mintes. Laro pa ay meron ng 5 rebound. Enzo Hoson ngayon lang pinasok
There you
Follow
go.
up by James Tempra. Lamang ulit ang Basilan, 30-29.
Matik talaga dito sa Basilan. Once nakuha mo ang bola, you want to try and advance that ball within 3 to 4 seconds in the front court. And every time you see a runner at front, you got to give it up for him to make the decision.
JV missing the jumper from free. Enzo Hoson to Kaduyak, open for a free. He will miss. JV De La Cruz now. Na Doligon. Binigay kay Kint Ariar. De La Cruz na ulit. May tanga ng bola. Balik kay Kint. Ariar to JV. That's a rhythm shot from JV De La Cruz.
And then, tsaka maganda dun yung pagbalik niya dun sa situation on that elbow side. After giving it up, he tried to cut. And once that space got vacated, he went back.
Mancalo binawi by making that free. Mancalo, second leading scorer for the Basilan Star Horse in the season. 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Rhythm shot. And you understand, I'm hot. I'm shooting 60% from the field. Why not take it?
Timeout Imus down by 2. We'll pause for break. We'll be back. Nagbabalik po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Nasa Palayan City muli po tayo in Nueva Ecija. Ken Panglinan po ang inyong lingkod, kasama si Coach Mike Perez at courtside. Kasama po rin po natin si Miss Andrea Endicio. 33-31 is our tally here. Basilan up by 2 points. Been a close contest so far, save for that stretch where Basilan had that 10-point lead. But credit Imus for fighting back, making this more interesting. Coach TJ Marquez at the helm now for the Brotherhood.
But in so far sa scoring, mas consistent ang puntos per quarter para dito sa Imus. 14 and 17.
Libre sila Rupay sa ilalim.
There you go. Narinig tayo, tama ang timing. Tingnan muna, babawi kami, pupuntos na ulit kami para makahabol kami dyan sa scoring per quarter.
35-31. Kit Aryar fires a pass. But JV De La Cruz wasn't established inside. It's a turnover. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
That is one of the toughest. Oh, nice feed by Eman Calo. This guy's never run out of assists. That's assist number 13.
Larupay, the recipient of that. Back-to-back baskets. Total of 5 markers for Omar Larupay. Now he's tasked to guard Mark Doligon. Koga. Whips a pass to JP Belenchon.
Oh,
Belenchon!
man.
Not enough legs on that one. Larupay. Mintis.
Didn't have enough lift of that shot attempt in the open. Another steal. This one's got a good one.
Eman Calo. For the second time, unable to finish.
Same side, ano? Para dito sa Basilan.
Nahilo na dun si Mark Doligon eh. Belenchon. Poposte yan ngayon si James Tempra. JP
Oh, man.
again. Now it's with JV De La Cruz who can't score. Calo with the rebound. The pass, Larupay off the glass, counted, plus a foul.
Count another assist para dito sa Basilan. They have 15 assists of the 16 field goals that they've made.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Field board game with 1xBet.
How impressive is that? There was only one chance that they made a basket that was not assisted. And really, I've been harping about this, how good an assist team itong Basilan. I think number 1 is Nueva Ecija. They're gonna see action later on.
Number 2 sila.
Oh, number 2
Itong
sila.
Basilan,
Oo.
25.7 assists per game.
That's right. So when you talk about both these teams, you really would have to be very aware of who you're guarding, because if you leave them free, most probably they'll find them.
Kit Aryar to JV De La Cruz. The bump and the foul against James Tempra.
Medyo mahigpit ang tawag ngayon dito sa quarter na to. I thought that was an incidental bump between Tempra and was that JV that was driving.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything in there, but it is what it is.
JV will fire and score from downtown. JV De La Cruz,
1 out of 2 from 3.
7 points.
Second attempt from 3, he makes it.
Last shot time for the Basilan Star Horse. Calo! Oh my goodness,
my.
Eman Calo! But Mark Doligon still down.
That was a hard fall, though.
Yeah.
That
it
was a hard fall. You don't want to see that kind of fall. That was a forceful drop by Mark Doligon. You see that again here. Eman breaks him down.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he slipped. He slipped hard.
Masakit yun.
At saka, for a moment, I was more concerned on the elbow and the arm. And even the shoulder of Mark Doligon, because as he fell down, Yun yung pinag-cushion niya, no?
He fell down on his own and then in the process, like you said, pinang-cushion niya yung kanyang kaliwang braso.
Oo.
But
Hopefully he's okay.
that was a sensational move though by Eman Calo.
You love highlight reels like those, but you don't want to see people get hurt. And there was nothing dirty about what Eman Calo. It was really just him falling by himself.
Yeah, his own 2 feet
Yes.
getting entangled. Talking about Mark Doligon, but Eman Calo rather having himself another strong half. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 62.5% shooting from the field. And this without Alex Abagnot being fielded in despite being in uniform. But the others have picked up the slack led by Eman Calo as Basilan holds a 9-point lead over Imus at the half.
Back inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Andrea Endiso, and right now we will be having our halftime interview together with assistant coach Melo Navarro, one of the assistant coaches of the Basilan Star Horse. Thank you so much, coach, for joining me here at the half. And coach, you have been having 3 consecutive wins, and that is a good sign, especially na nakukuha nyo na po ulit ang inyong rhythm. My question is, how did you get that rhythm and how do you maintain that?
Well, it's all about our players getting yung system na ni Coach Rich Alvarez. Because towards the start, of course, medyo nag-a-adjust pa. But right now, they're accepting their roles and I believe they're really responding dun sa challenge na binigay ni Coach Rich.
Very nice. And as a follow-up lang, coach, is there anything that you want to see from the team?
Well, of course, it's all about winning. So as long as we do things right and we translate it to wins, yun yung main goal ng team namin.
Alright, at sana nga po makita natin yan in the coming games. And coach, do you have any greetings or shout-outs? Go ahead.
Well, of course, I want to greet the supporters of Basilan and of course our bosses din, sila Boss Jackson Chua, sila Ma'am Nix, sila Boss Bernard Yang, and of course yung family ng mga players namin na walang sawang sumusuporta, our friends, and of course my wife who's watching right now at home.
Maraming salamat, Coach Melo Navarro. And that's it for our halftime interview. Don't go away, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
Binalik na si Raymond Binuya. Binuya gets the steal. Igilos is with him and Shema is blocked! Raymond Gonzalez with a denial! Oh my! He caught him up top.
Clean block upstairs. Access denied by Raymond Gonzalez on Jemo Egilos.
Kabanag, speeding up the game now here, Caloocan. The kick out to Kasid. Attacks the closeout. Goes behind the back. A 3 from Kabanag.
Kung ako, dedepensa ako sa ganyan, talaga mapapagod ako. You saw the way they were passing the ball from one place to another even without looking at each other.
But it was an absolute wizardry.
Oh,
Galing
yeah.
kay Kasid, ha? Saan napunta ang bola? Sabi ni Nem de la Cruz. Nandun pala sa corner para kay Jeremy Kabanag.
Kahit ako, mapapatalon ako sa silya ko sa ganun eh.
About it. There's a double team. The steal by Adlawan. Dolan, look out. Oh, Dolan Adlawan drops the hammer. He's been waiting for that to happen. Dolan Adlawan for our Gixer. Great move of the game. Born for greatness. The interception and then the throwdown right here.
Perfect anticipation on the passing lane by Dolan Adlawan. I've been waiting to see this also for quite some time already.
Another good setup there for the Risers. You really just couldn't knock it down, but that one's just pure handles and good finish for Kenny.
Dami niyang dinaanan doon. Roa Curva with a remarkable finish.
Ang mabigat doon, wala nakapigil.
And that was his offhand.
Yes. Right-hand finish for a left-hand player.
Gonzalez providing the pick. Here's a switch. Ildefonso against Igilos. Dave, shot clock winding down. Ildefonso for 2! What a shot! 23 in the game para kay Dave Ildefonso. And the degree of difficulty on this shot, Javi. Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Absolutely unreal. Dave Ildefonso.
Jamo Eguilos played the best defense he could on that play. Look at the challenge on the shot, but Ildefonso still able to make it, extending the lead back up to 13 for Abra.
Right now makes it on a layup. 4 points quickly rather, para dito kay
Ooh! What a move! Escosio completes it! What a sequence for the Davao Occidental Tigers!
Man down on that move. Wow, and that between the legs by Salubre caught everyone sliding.
He wants an ISO up top. Hubert Cani gets to his spot. My goodness! Hubert Cani delivers here for Bataan.
Oh my goodness. Hubert Cani on a little one-on-one and a step back, elbow side. Looks good, goes in.
Mac Talio. Talio attacks middle.
Ooh.
Talio with a dipsy-do! We have a highlight from Mac Talio.
Well, finally, something that his highlight team could work with.
Galing kay Mac Talio, and he's loving it.
The tongue is out as well. Total battle in what kind of shot he would have taken.
Oduba with a reverse! Ang lalim ng dukot ni John Oduba and using some English for the finish right there.
Uduba certainly one of the X factors.
He took off on the other side and finished dun sa kabila.
A lot of credit, a lot of props to the Sheriff David Defonso for making that excellent dish.
Undersized compared to the other bigs, but he pretty much, to your point, looking.
Napakagandang galaw naman yon. Pinakita na naman tayo ni Mitchell Mines.
Mitch Minus never runs out of highlights here in Kamalig. Oh my goodness.
He has turned the Orion Sports Complex his personal playground.
And the Risers are loving this version of Mitch Minus.
Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Mitchell Minus. Oh my goodness. Yup and under. What a move.
Paging siya ay natuwa sa kanyang sariling galaw doon.
MPBL All-Star na.
MPBL All-Star na.
MPBL All-Star na.
MPBL All-Star na. Abangan na inyo mga MPBL Idols ngayong September 6 sa Alonte Sports Arena, Binyan, Laguna. See you there mga kaliga.
43-34. Basilan ang may lamang kontra dito sa Imus in the first half, Coach Mike. And we saw Basilan take a 10-point lead earlier in the first quarter. Imus was able to come back. In fact, even taking the lead briefly before itong Basilan was able to recover. And behind Eman Calo, they were able to weather the storm and re-establish actually an 8-point lead, 42-34.
Okay, naman napakaganda nitong field goal shooting ng Basilan. You know, making half of their shots and just a couple of field goals na hindi assisted. And yung fast break that you get 12 points out of it and 26 via the inside really shows you the profile of how they play the game. You try and push the pace, advance that ball, and if you don't get a fast break, you're going to find inside situations where you get the next man free for that assist.
JB De La Cruz had 7 points in the first half. Eman Calo top scored for Basilan with 12 points to go along with 6 assists. And Basilan played the first 2 quarters without Alex Cabagnot, even though he's in uniform right now para sa Basilan, was what I was about to say. And Mark Doligon is back after having that hard fall late in the second period. So it's a good sign para sa Imus, although he's still clutching on to that left side of his body. But let's see how he will respond. Had 6 points in the first half, si Mark Doligon.
Well, they're gonna need him definitely on the floor. Dahil isa siya sa mga nangunguna pagdating niya sa departamento na yan eh.
Put back attempt by Larupay will miss. At 8 points in the first half, Omar Larupay. Tig-6 na puntos, no? Si Doligon, Basibas, and Acuno. De La Cruz, the high point man with 7. Eman Calo, what a pass inside. Larupay will score.
Oh my. The first basket in the second quarter, and the second half rather, also assisted. Oh my God.
7 points, 5 rebounds for Omar Larupay. Lead back up to 10. Doligon sizing up Enzo Hoson. One-hander by Doligon. No good, but foul against Enzo.
Ganda rin talaga ng footwork eh. This is what you love about them.
Assistant na game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And when I say them, I mean Basilan, because they continue to find the guy that's most open. And these guys are very unselfish.
Mintis, unang free throw ni Mark Doligon. It's good on the second.
He's got 7 so far.
It's a 9-point lead. Moson will give it up to Raymar Kaduyak. Calo catches on the go, and he lays it up and in.
He comes off the corner, gets that ball from a handoff by Kaduyak, gets the defense chasing him from behind, and just allows that foot speed to work.
Doligon, one-hander, di pa rin gagana yan. Tatakbo na naman ang Basilan. Eman Calo on the run. It will bounce out, but Omar Larupay swoops in for the putback. 12 points and 7 rebounds for Omar Larupay.
I tell you what, Ken, it helps yung sistema ng Basilan na meron silang Eman Calo. Kasi si Eman Calo loves to run up and down. No? Hindi lang yan sa opensa pinag-uusapan natin. Ha? Even sa depensa, siya ang isa sa mga nauna pagka nagkakaroon ng turnover na dumidepensa. And ay ganun din, pag fast break opportunity, siya ang unang-unang bumababa. Bibilib ka sa conditioning rin ito ni Eman Calo eh.
Moson has a speed advantage over Raymar Acuno. They pull it back out to Kaduyak. 7 seconds left on their shot clock. Nothing really working this time sa possession ng Basilan. Kaduyak putting out his do-it-yourself kit. Puts up the shot up and in.
And the very few times you'll see a late clock situation for Basilan. They would normally love to attack early in the shot clock. That time, just good, poise as well para dito sa Basilan.
50-37. Eman Calo. Oh, what a
wow.
pass! Threading the needle. Larupay though misses, but he gets it back up and in. 14 points, 8 rebounds para kay Omar Larupay.
Eman Calo, nakakadalawa ka ng magandang pasa dito sa half na to, ha? Ang linis no?
Saka mahirap yung angulo ng
Correct.
yung trajectory ng pasa na yun.
Tama. Ganda ng pasok ni Mark Doligo naman dyan.
Master na rin yan ng one-hander na siya yung may one-hander na kahit pababa na siya sa
Nai-release.
nai-release pa rin niya ng tama at nai-shoot pa niya.
Hindi pilit tingnan. No?
Oo.
Oo.
James Tempra, bounce pass inside. Larupay has been piling up the points.
Hindi ka na talaga magtataka kung bakit may 20-point advantage pagdating sa points in the paint stat line itong Basilan. Because every time down the floor, they look for paint touches. And then they see if they have a paint finish. If they don't, that's the time they spray it outside. And then they will read the closeouts if it could, would lead up to another paint touch.
Tatakbo na naman ng Basilan, Eman Calo.
Sino na una? Eman Calo.
Skip pass to Kaduyak inside. Larupay skips it to Eman Calo. Libre si Hoson para sa tres. Off target. De La Cruz with a running start. Solid screen provided by Doligon and JV De La Cruz. Free for the layup.
Good finish right there by JV. Isa sa mga bagay na kinakailangan nila. Eman Calo.
Wicked crossover. Eman Calo with a getaway move.
We have run out of words to describe how Eman Calo plays. A lot of speed, a lot of pace. With control, he's running that speed with a lot of control.
Full throttle for Eman Calo. Setting up Kaduyak. Overshooting the target though. Doligon. Dire-diretso. At walang choice yung depensa ng Basilan but to give up that foul.
Tsaka somehow you get a feeling na with this kind of pace that Basilan is playing, parang nagiging, there's a drill that you miss a shot, you be the first one to go down defensively. Parang ganun yung nangyayari. Ito yung magandang pasa sa loob.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And it almost looks like the intent of Basilan to see another missed free throw here by Mark Doligon. They are 4 out of 8 from the free throw line. Itong Imus. Matalang 6 of 10 naman ang Basilan, 60% shooting.
56-42. James Tempra, pasa kay Larupay.
Oh man.
Calo na naman. Oh, what a pass again. Larupay was fouled. Larupay will earn himself 2 free throws.
We have had 3 beautiful passes from Eman Calo that were not converted. Would have been a good highlight reel, no?
Yeah. So Larupay, if given minutes, can really pile up the points and rebounds.
Yes, I agree.
20 and 18 ang pinakawalan niyan against Basilan. Now a 17 and 9. Missing the free throw though. Let's go courtside to Andrea.
During the halftime huddle mula sa Imus, they want to maintain the pressure but increase their defense as well as their rebounding. From the sound of their huddle, nothing very much alarming as they say the lead is still manageable. Kumbaga, they are somehow pacing but still keep the opponent close para hindi naman daw sila ganun kahirap come the most crucial minutes of the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. But contrary to what they were able to talk about rather, at the half, biglang lumayo na yung Basilan dito. It's up to 14. Pwede pang dagdagan yan ni Eman Calo.
Which really has become, in my opinion, a cause for concern. You got to answer back against this forceful start in the third quarter for Basilan. It's 15 and 8 so far this quarter. And you got to respond.
Itong free throw na ito, hatid sa atin Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 2 out of 4 lang si Eman Calo from the free throw line. But that doesn't take away the fact that he has another marvelous outing of 17 points, 8 assists already. Aryar, short stab, has yet to score. Another slow start by Kin Aryar. Though he had 18 rebounds in their last game. But he missed a lot of shots before he got to his first field goal. Basilan now extending their lead to 16, 58, 42. Timeout, Imus. Still here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness.
And see more fans now coming in. Kasi next game na ang Nueva Ecija.
They will take on the Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys in our main attraction this weekend. Very interesting matchup. Both teams in the North Division. De La Cruz,
Nice
the
fake.
fake by Basibas off the glass, too strong. Dagangon snares down the board. Mike Alvarez pass to Enzo Hoson, wants a clear route against JB De La Cruz. Empty pick and roll action with Omar Larupay. Great show of composure. He now has a double-double, but 3 straight misses from Omar Larupay.
Point blank. Nagulat rin siguro siya. Parang walang challenge sa tira niya eh. Oh, Mark brings it back.
Nawala sa balanse si Omar Larupay dahil doon sa crossover ni Mark Doligon.
12 points for Mark, 5 of 10 shooting. Continues to be the consistent field goal shooting guy para dito sa Imus.
Step back jumper, no good. Larupay with another rebound. Mike Alvarez will score.
Chalk up another assist for Basilan. That's assist number 20.
Still protecting the 16-point lead. Long 3-point shot by Koga off the mark. Basibas inside. And draw a foul on Omar Larupay. Lalabas muna si Larupay dito. Papasok si Ray Barasi. Basibas, former USD Growling Tiger, knocks down the first.
Reggie Boy, katulad nga ng palagi nating napag-uusapan dito. Pag ito, maganda ang performance and you find him in his open spots, he really can score in bunches. And very capable to give those needed points para dito sa Imus.
14-point advantage. Bola na tapik. Santos recovers. Pass intended to Barasi was tipped out of bounds. 10 seconds na ditira sa shot clock nila Coach Rich Alvarez and the Basilan Star Horse. Baseline inbound, Dagangon.
Look at that seal. Oh my.
Laking mama sa ilalim. Ito si Barasi.
Well, everybody was busy locating that wing show of a baseline out of bounds. Barasi was also preoccupied trying to seal the middle guy in the paint.
Yeah, Mario Barasi. Dagangon misfires from the outside. Boson. Adi Santos traveled, yeah. Drag his pivot foot.
Napaganda yung fake. Na-drag yung isang yung pivot foot niya. That definitely is a travel.
Babalik sa loob si Aaron Soriano at si Eman Calo din. 14 na puntos ang lamang ng Basilan. JV De La Cruz Pull-up jumper. Ooh. Bouncing out. Basibas down. And a foul will be called against Basilan.
Konting contact dun sa box-out situation underneath after that shot attempt by Imus. So baseline out of bounds here.
Belencion. Posting up Mike Alvarez. The fake. Fades away. Belencion putting on a clinic.
Putting on a clinic on the footwork.
Oo. Literal na may clinic yan online, di ba?
Oo. I follow him on social media. Nakikita ko yun. He's trying to prove that yun nga, hindi siya travel yung mga moves na ginagawa niya.
Nahuling nakapak sa baseline si Mario Barasi. The Adamson University product. Lead still at 12 points. Jed Ong gives it up to JV De La Cruz. Flashing out was JP Belencion. Before the shot, a foul against the Star Horse. They are over the limit.
That was on Adi Santos. As he was trying to disrupt yung curl up to the wing nito ni JP Belencion.
Curb Angeles. Nasok na dito for Imus. Belencion. Kung di ako nagkakamali, sa Washong din to galing eh. Si JP.
Naglaro ba siya doon? I mean, there was a tournament, right?
Hindi siya naglaro dun sa alumni league,
Okay.
yung 40 up. Pero alam ko, dun din siya galing bago siya nagpunta sa Letran.
So if he were to join that, he would have been teammates with...
James Yap.
Yeah.
James Yap, Ken Bono,
That's
lakas
right.
na lineup na yun.
Oo.
Rugby 5.
Oh, wow.
Floater off the glass and in.
Not really the prettiest looking jump shot, pero you love the arc twist shots. Ganda nung ere nung ere dun sa ilalim ng tira niya, ang taas eh. Kaya there's a good chance that those shots are gonna go in.
Curb Angeles gets the friendly bounce. Pass bit off target. 62-52. A minute and 16 left in the third period. Imus will sue for time. They have chopped down this lead down to 10. 62-52. We'll be back after this short break. Next 3 games of Basilan, September 8, they will go up against Zamboanga. September 12 versus Muntinlupa. And on the 23rd, they will take on the Marikina Shoe Masters.
So they actually have a good chance. I believe if you get 16 to 17 wins, you at least get to 8 above. Either 8, 7, or 6. You can move up that way. And I think Basilan has a good opportunity to do that because of the remaining teams that they have to go up against.
Nakapuntos pa si Adi Santos. Bonus free throw for the former UE product. Missing the free throw though. 64-52. Basibas. The pass to Jed Ong will not take the shot. Gerbangiles.
Poste.
Soriano backing down his defender. It will roll out. Sherwin Concepcion captures the rebound. Forward pass. Dagangon in stride. 2 points plus the foul.
If that counts as an assist, we got a double-double for Eman Calo.
It will count as an assist.
All right. So that's 17 points, 10 assists, lead pass. Again, they're pitching it ahead. And the one that gets that ball should decide whether to kick it off to another guy or make that shot.
3-point play completed by Cap Dagangon. His first 3 points of the ball game. Did not score in the first half.
Nice pass. Oh,
Magpasibas. Hindi natansya yung distansya dun sa kanyang reverse layup. Eman Calo sa loob na naman. Adi Santos will pull it back out to Eman Calo. Sa loob ulit. Si Concepcion naman nakatanggap ng pasa. 11 assists from Eman Calo.
how many more assists in the paint would you need to prove na talagang napakaganda ng movement ng bola para dito sa Basilan? They are a plus 24 right now when it comes to points in the paint. It's 50 to 26. And that is pretty huge considering where those points are coming from.
Pumwersa sa ilalim si Errol Soriano.
Kailangan eh. They've been, trying to play catch up, and with a quarter winding down, they got the fourth to try and come back.
Calo, pass again. 12 assists from Eman Calo, setting up Cap Dagangon just before time expired.
Boy, and Basilan really just continuing while Omar Larupay 17 points, 12 rebounds on a 7 of 13 field goals, and without a turnover committed so far in this game.
9 points coming here in the third period. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
It started out with that play, that interior pass by Eman Calo, and everybody just rubbed into it. And everybody went inside, get paint touches, advancing the ball, trying to find the open man, and what? They're still up, 71-55.
Fans beginning to flock in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
At wag na po kayo nagtataka kung bakit naka-hoodie dahil ang lamig po dito sa loob talaga.
Sila hindi naman nilalamig.
Baka
Mukhang sanay na.
Oh, mukhang sanay na.
Oo. Sanay na sanay, isang malamig na aircon dito sa ating venue. JP Bilension nakatres na naman para sa Imus to open up the fourth quarter. Now has 12 markers.
I just love it when we have, those shots of our fans watching the game, especially if it's family.
Ay, oo naman.
Gandang tingnan no?
Calo. Alam mo, kanina pa niya gustong pumasa sa ilalim eh. Kanina pa niya gustong dagdagan yung numero ng assist niya, si Eman Calo, dahil minsan lang yan.
And then, tsaka, we've been talking about, see this play right here. Clearly, back to the ball. Madaling pasa yun para kay Eman Calo papunta kay Adi Santos. We've always talked about catch and shoot, right? In all the games that we've covered. Pero ito si Eman Calo, catch and assist eh. Ibang klase, no? Hindi nagtatagal yung bola sa kanya, he moves it immediately.
Getting a side go, he has been spectacular here.
Without a doubt.
But ball stolen away from Sherwin Concepcion. Calo gives up that foul. At napatingin siya sa ating game official. Parang hindi siya makapaniwala. Napangiti na lang as always itong si Eman.
Si Eman Calo, hindi lang assist man yan, showman pa yan.
Ayo.
If you could only see him, talk to us and have fun with us in pre-game before tayo mag-ere. Nakatawa ka na lang dito kay Eman Calo eh.
Alam mo, minsan dapat ma-feature natin sa pre-game to si Eman Calo eh.
Oo nga.
Habang ginagawa natin yung on-cam pre-game duties natin eh.
But if there's one thing that you cannot take away.
Kita mo yun, no? Behind the back, step back.
But if there's one thing that you cannot take away and you would not want to go away from Eman Calo, it's that joy of playing the game.
He is 4 rebounds away from another triple-double, but Sabi ni Omar Larupay, ako rin, napakaganda ng aking performance today. 19 points for Omar Larupay. Sama mo pa dyan, 12 rebounds. Errol Soriano puts it inside. 75-60. Dagangon. The pass to Adi Santos, who will roll it in for 2 more points.
And the interior passing just keeps on going para dito sa Basilan Star Horse.
Bangiles na ipasok yung tira.
And by the look of things, if this trend continues and Imus does not make that forceful comeback to try and put in a little bit more closer gap between these two, as we see another assist right here on its way, they would get to 14 wins. And so that would be enough for them to momentarily get number 6.
Oo.
And so Mindoro and Bataan would now slide to 7 and 8 respectively.
Assist pa din yun. Eman Calo with 13 assists. Easily a career high here. Belenchon drills in a free on the other side.
Someone has got to make a reel out of this. Sa lahat ng inassist ni Eman Calo.
I think he knows. He knows that na double digit na sa in terms of assist. Talagang hinahanap niya eh. Ito na naman.
Oh, wow!
Pero credit his teammates. Adi Santos flashing inside, getting in position to catch those passes and score.
That's assist number 14. Oh my.
Naka-layup naman si DJ Valderrama.
This has been an Eman Calo show.
So hindi si TJ, si Julius Valderrama para sa Imus. Gab Dagangon to Mike Alvarez. Inside, 3-second violation.
3-second. I thought that was a travel too. And the thing is, hindi pa nilalabas si Eman Calo dito.
Fast Break the Game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. Natatawa ako sa bench ng Basilan eh.
Bakit?
Alam mo yung nangyari kay JJ Barea nung kasama niya si Luka dun sa bench?
Yes, kunyari may pumasok.
Oo, yun yung dapat gagawin sana ni Alex, no? Tatanggalin na sana niya yung kanyang warm-up shirt. Pero si Enzo Navarro pala yung papasok, hindi si Alex.
Yung mga klase rin talaga itong mga nasa bench ng Basilan. They are just really having a lot of fun. And why not? The assist that you've issued and the way that Larupay and including Eman Calo have performed, and overall the entire team, who would not have fun?
And that's really important when you consider the amount of adversity they've had to deal with throughout the season, especially early on. Nagulat siguro karamihan, no? Because at the start of the season, they were pegged as one of the contenders.
Yes.
Because of the lineup that they have, as Omar Larupay will score once more, 23 points and 13 rebounds for Larupay.
Yeah, and lalo na yung we talked about this, yung first 5 games nitong Basilan. They were 1-5, losing the first 2, winning that middle game against Valenzuela, and then losing again to Bataan and San Juan.
Sorry to cut you off. Yung South Valenzuela, muntik pa silang matalo
Correct.
dyan. Overtime. Nag-overtime pa yan.
Muntik pa yan. So, tutuusin, they were at the brink of an 0-5 start, right? And hindi rin magaan yung mga unang kalaban nila, Rizal and Nueva Ecija.
Dito naganap yun in Palayan City. Although that one was much closer, yung game nila against Nueva Ecija.
Yung Rizal and Basilan, boy, that was, everybody was thinking that Basilan was clearly going to win that game, pero Rizal just coming up with a very strong statement game to open the season.
Tinambakan sila noon.
Oo. And they were out of sorts tong Basilan, but oh wow, Barasi showing a lot of might on that post-up.
The Lalit Cagayan-born Mario Barasi powering through inside. 2 points plus the foul.
That's understanding how to position yourself underneath. Sometimes it's not just height and might. Sometimes really it's just IQ and understanding how you play around the defense to make that shot. But make no mistake about it, the game is still a 10-feet goal game, and so height is always going to be an advantage.
Barasi converts the free throw, completing the three-point play. Imus will use their final timeout. They're behind big, 19 points, 88-69. Commissioner Kenneth Oremdes in the middle with Head of Operations Emma Reta, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, and the fans here in Nueva Ecija once again about to witness the Rice Vanguards. They will try to bounce back from that painful defeat last Saturday in this very same building. Makakalaban nila mamaya ang Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys, but Eman Calo, what a performance again. 17 points, 14 assists, freeboard shy of a triple-double. At maibalita tayo kay Andrea.
If we're talking about consistency, isa na nga dyan para sa Basilan si Eman Calo. When I asked him about this, he said, bago ko pa na-build ang pangalan ko sa MPBL, talagang pinaghirapan ko to. Kaya kapag may chance na magpakita, talagang gagawin ko. At 35, his mindset never changed since he was young. As he recalled, no one knew him back then. Hindi raw siya nanggaling sa sikat na universidad. He had hopes and dreams for his family. Nagkaroon lang daw noon ng open tryouts for Davao under the tutelage of Coach Don Dulay. He actually brought his whole family together with him. It was his now or never moment. The coaches saw not just his dreams but his grit and courage, at hanggang ngayon, tapang at lakas ng loob pa rin daw ang dala niya. The reason why he was able to make a name not just in this league but in the basketball scene. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Hailing from Cebu, ito si Eman Calo, played for University of Visayas, na kung di ako nagkakamali, naging magkaampi sila dyan ni Greg Slaughter. And what a story for him, because like Andrea mentioned, hindi naman siya napabilang sa mga malalaking schools in Manila, especially in the UAP and NCAA. And had that opportunity to play for Davao Occidental and became a key cog for them in Season 2 and 3, where they made the finals both times. Eman Calo was their starting two-guard for some of their games. And in fact, when they won the championship in the third season, he averaged 17.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.8 steals in that final series against San Juan. He was a huge reason why Davao was the champion during that particular season. What a journey para dito kay Eman Calo.
And I have always admired Eman Calo's joyfulness. And amidst yung mga nagiging achievements niya in his playing career, he just continues to be humble. In one of his posts in social media, I do recall na meron pala mga taong, he was saying this message, not verbatim, but it's kind of like saying na meron pala mga taong nakakilala rin sa akin sa ibang lugar. And so yung mga bata na lumalapit sa kanya, na nagpapa-picture, nagpapa-autograph, he's even to this point, he remains very humble and yet overwhelmed by the attention that he's getting, especially from the kids. Parang sinasabi niya doon sa post niya na dati bata rin ako katulad nitong mga to na ngayon ako na yung binibigyan ng ganitong pagkakataon. Kaya very thankful itong si Eman Calo. Also on a daily basis in social media, you see him with his family enjoying a very simple snack and breakfast, having family time. And you love that aspect of the story of an Eman Calo, and very rightfully enjoying whatever it is that he's achieved in his basketball and even in his personal life.
And at age 35, still going strong as he seeks to help Basilan make a playoff push in the South Division. 35 years old pala si Eman. Kaedad ko lang. Parang batang-bata pa, Coach Mike eh.
Oo nga eh. At saka pagka nagbibiro parang sanggol no? Talagang ganun,
Yun
ganun
nga eh.
kalinis yung
Very youthful
yung mga
looking
youthful
si
look eh.
Eman Calo. Lalo na yung kanilang assistant coach dyan na in-interview ni Andrea kanina, si Coach Melo Navarro.
Ay, oo naman.
Ibang klase yan. 3-point shot of the game brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
A little slot-to-slot action right there and finding the open man and taking the shot.
Shout out daw sa si Truffle, the Frenchie, yung French Bulldog nila Coach Melo Navarro and Ma'am Tin.
Oh,
Di ba?
good evening, Ma'am Tin.
Si Ma'am Tin, kung di nasa venue, nanonood lagi yan.
Yes. At saka sweetness overload rin sila niyan ni Coach Melo eh.
Kaagaling lang ng Korea eh. Sana all!
Oo, sana all.
Mark Doligon. Wow, what a rare. Well, di naman off-night, no? Pero yung number of attempts, only 10 attempts, 5 out of 10. Jimboy Pasturan with 5 straight points.
No, but really, if you're talking about Mark Doligon, medyo na-slow down siya after what happened towards the end of the, I think he's playing through pain right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully, kasi normally, ito, adrenaline to eh, kaya nakakapaglaro ka pa eh. Hopefully that does not, soar that bad in the incoming days. Because they definitely gonna be needing itong si Mark Doligon in the next games that they will play.
Si Barasi sa kasi De La Cruz kanina pa.
Oo, kanina pa yan.
JV De La Cruz with 13 points.
Eh, mabigat rin naman kasing kabantayan si Barasi. Mahirap bantayan, tapos mahirap rin pag siya yung bumabantay.
Gintar Yar, still scoreless. Does have 7 rebounds and 5 assists though.
There you
Doligon
go.
pumihit, will lay it in. 101-76.
And it's good to see him back to his usual moves.
Pull up, Michael Alvarez, short.
Taas
Omar
ng-
Lahupay, rebound na naman. Pupuhol, Mintes, taas ng elevation.
Ano
Top
ang
shot.
elevation ng tira?
Eh parang kuya lang yan. O eto, si Enzo Navarro, parang kuya din niya. Si Coach Melo.
Oo nga.
Mga asintado galing sa labas at sa pag-ibig din. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Parang yung partner ko, si Coach Mike, asintado rin.
Oh! Ba't ako?
Shout out kay Ma'am Doors.
Shout out sa aking butihing wife who is right now in the car watching the game via YouTube with Riley.
Sa loob, Doligon. Sige. Baka sabihin mo, kinukuking kita eh. Batiin ko na rin misis ko. Miss Nudge Miravalles. Kahit di ka nanonood.
Madam Nudge, ito ay patunay na kahit di ka nanonood, binati ka ni
Oo. Ano yan? Usti din yan.
yeah.
Oo. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Alam mo, balita ko, pag taga-uste,
No.
Hindi ko na itutuloy, baka magalit yung courtside reporter natin eh. Taga-uste din yun eh.
Alam mo nag-stay dito.
Mas time misis ko taga-uste, tatapusin ko na lang doon. Ha? Si Coach Christian, taga-USD din.
USD.
Love ko USD. Alam mo bakit?
Bakit?
Para sa akin, sila yung may pinakamatinding crowd.
Ay, oo naman.
Di ba? Yung Go Uste, kahit kalaban ka, maaantig yung puso mo eh. Di ba? But this guy, my goodness, 23 points, 16 rebounds. Another 2010 outing for Omar Larupay.
And what impresses you about Omar Larupay? Ano siya eh, pretty much undersized eh, no? Sipag lang talagang rumebound. Yung scoring given na yan eh. He's gonna get those shots so long as he keeps on moving. But the rebounds that he has to work for, yun na nakaka-impress talaga.
Win number 14 for the Basilan Star Horse as they are seeking to barge into the top 6, which means an outright spot in the playoffs in the South Division. And we already mentioned the numbers of Omar Larupay. A lot of guys chip in for Basilan as always, despite the absence of Alex Abagnon. But our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ball in a string. And this guy was like a maestro on an orchestra. Ito si Eman Calo.
More like a puppeteer that played around with everyone. His handles, his vision, his assists. 7 of 11 shooting, 17 points, 6 of 10 from the perimeter. Split his free throws, 7 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals. And what more can you ask from an Eman Calo?
Let's go courtside to Andrea.
Maraming salamat, Ken. First of all, congratulations, Eman. At simula pa nga lang ng game, sinet mo na agad yung energy, yung bilis mula sa opensa, depensa, pati nga yung mga pasa mo, ang gaganda, leading to this double-double performance.
Siguro, wala. Bigay lang namin yung best namin. Kung ano mang pinapagawa ni Coach, binigay lang din namin yung anong gusto niya. Yan lang.
At ang pinaka nakakatuwa dito, kita namin kung gaano ka nag-e-enjoy sa ginagawa mo. Whenever na nasa court ka, kita namin kung gaano ka kasaya, Eman.
Siyempre, ganun lang. Kahit may mga problema, tawanan lang natin yan. Wala, malalampasan natin yan. Walang imposible kay God. Tawa lang.
Yes, a win is a win. Meron ka bang gustong sabihin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Unang-una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa suporta ng team owner namin, Boss Jackson Chua at yung asawa niya, si Ma'am Nicole. Balls,
Tsaka yung chat group namin, yung Gin Bilog.
Mayor Jules Ataman, maraming salamat po sa Basilan. And Star Horse Basilan sa, Star Horse Shipping Line sa Quezon. Maraming salamat po. And syempre, nanay at tatay daw ni Kaduyak, nagpapabate, and syempre asawa ko, family ko. Asawa ko si Irish, mga anak ko, si Ate Shona, si Eros, si Akira, and si Azrael. Adolfo and Calo family, maraming salamat po.
Alright, once again, that was Eman Calo, our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Congratulations to Basilan. Well, now we shift our focus to the North Division. Magkalaban ang Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys at ang Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Keep it here dahil magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.